Hi everyone, welcome back. So I know it's been a while, I am so sorry, things have been crazy, but I'm here today with an exciting tutorial. You guys have been asking me for brunette balayage for a really long time, and I finally got my girl Sandy in. And this tutorial is awesome because a lot of beginners will have a very easy time doing this, and it's also really fast to do this on people if you needed like a full highlight really quickly. This is something you could get done really fast. So I'm going to first begin at the root by teasing, and why I'm doing this is because Sandy wanted these highlights to look like they were grown out. So when I tease it back like that, I'm going to completely saturate the ends because we want to see the brightness down there. But then the remainder of lightener that I have on my brush is what I'm going to lightly feather up, and you can see that I'm doing that right here. And you just feather it up lightly into that teased area. I wouldn't go too close to the root, just right, maybe like an inch or two out of it, but it depends on what your client wants to see. So she wanted hers pretty close to the root, but also like a little bit of a diffused look. And I'm just gonna keep going up the head. I'm doing giant weaves. If you want, you can switch this up. You could do a V for one section, you could do a slice for one section. It really depends on the look your client is going for, but Sandy is kind of new to like lightening her hair. She really doesn't get a really dramatic difference, so I wanted to keep it pretty light with just like some really pretty weaves all throughout. So I'm just gonna do the same thing all the way up the head, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And as you can see here, I am placing cotton under each section. What that is going to do is just keep your sections clean and separated, because I am leaving a darker slice underneath, so I'm just making sure those don't touch so we don't get any bleed marks. So I usually rip these cotton pieces up prior to the appointment. That way I'm not like bending down and grabbing them and ripping a piece, and it's just easy for me to rip a pretty good pile. And I make them about 1 to 3 inches depending on how long or thick the client's hair is, and you literally just slap them on and they're just going to stick right onto the lightener for you. And it's super easy to go bang out a highlight, throw the cotton in, and just keep on moving, and it's just a really fast technique. So I just wanted to let you guys know about the tools that I'm using. This Balayage brush is from Framar, and the brush I'm using too is from Framar. So if you guys need really good recommendation for those types of tools, I'm really loving both of these things. The last Balayage board I used was from Sally's, I think, and it was wooden, and it just wasn't working. It was really hard to hold, and it wasn't big enough. So I really recommend this Balayage board, and it's really affordable. But now we're moving on to the back, and I'm just gonna do the same thing, those big giant weaves. And I started about halfway up the head because I wanted to keep some depth under there, because it looks a lot prettier when you have that dark color. Someone told me recently that coloring hair, less is more, and I'm really trying to apply that to my colors because I feel like I go a little color crazy sometimes. And it is true, the more I look at things that I love, it's a lot less of color and highlights everywhere. It's more of those beautiful pops of color, just kind of thrown into the hair and mixed in, and that look really natural. So I'm really trying to take that approach with my colors. So yeah, I took that half section from underneath and I just left it out, and now I'm doing the same thing, teasing at the root and then weaving that big weave, totally saturating the ends, and then feathering that lightener with my brush all the way up. And if you have a section where you put too much lightener at the root, all you have to do is take your comb and just brush it down with your comb, and it'll literally distribute that lightener into like those little comb slices, and it'll totally blend in, and you don't have to worry about having those bleach spots. So that's a really good tip for you guys. Okay, so now we're at the second to last section, and I always tend to do the top pieces a little bit thinner than all the other ones. I think they look a lot prettier and more natural that way, so if you guys want to do that, totally up to you, but that's usually what I try to do because I think it just looks more natural and it just really blends a lot better. So now what I'm going to do is wrap her head in plastic wrap and let her sit. And why I'm wrapping her head in plastic wrap is to keep the bleach nice and moist, because as we all know, if bleach dries out, it stops working. So after shampooing and conditioning, I am going to style her out. We didn't need to tone her because she had natural hair coming in, and I really wanted her natural tones to pull through and shine. And I'm really happy I did that because she pulled this like beautiful golden blonde, and that's her natural brunette color under there. It's just so stunning and really natural and effortless, and I just love the poppy placements of the blonde pieces, and that's where you can see that's from saturating the ends completely, and those are the lightest parts. And then you see the root where it's completely blended up, and it's just a very soft, beautiful graduation. So I really hope you guys love this tutorial and you can use this on your clients, and let me know in the comments below what else you would like to see, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!